It's the grand final for V8 Supercars, the biggest day on the sports calendar, the must-watch day for Aussie sports fans to tune in to V8 Supercars. Of course, it's the Bathurst 1000, and this year it's 50 years of the Bathurst endurance race. As I welcome a two-time winner of the race, John Bowe, and Jack Perkins to preview the Super Cheap Auto Bathurst 1000. Guys, it is the big day for this sport to shine.
It is. It's massive for me. It's bigger than anything else that the sport can throw at me. It's bigger than a championship. It's just awesome. It's just the grand final, the Melbourne Cup. It's everything of our sport. And you know, I'm 26 years old, and this is my 26th time going there this year, and my 7th as a driver. So I love it. It's great to be part of the 50th year of the Bathurst 1000, and I just can't wait to get there.
And JB, special significance for you. I mean, you're a two-time winner of this grand event. They will do some wonderful things to remember the past champions. It will be a very, very big day for the sport this year.
Well, it is, yeah. The reason this race is so much in everyone's mind every year. It's a great event is because of the track. The track's an awesome track. It's special in the whole world. It's you know, it's a track that they don't make like that anymore. So that's why Jack loves it, I love it, everybody that goes there loves it. It's such a challenge. It's funny, we were just talking, I've been there 27 years in a row, so I was there 1 year before Jack was conceived, which is a scary thought. But you know, I love going there, and I've raced there every year. I'll be racing there in the Touring Car Masters, and I'll be very involved in the whole V8 Supercar thing. And it's, you know, the race has changed dramatically over the last few years, but it's still the greatest motorsport contest we have. And
I think yourself and a lot of past champions will be chuffed at the efforts that the V8 Supercars are going to this year to wheel out grand old cars and all the grand old stars to commemorate and say this is a special anniversary for this sport at this amazing place, Mount Panorama.
I just want to clarify the old, am I in that part, the old part? Or
older than us too, perhaps.
Older. Yeah, it is. I think Jack's a traditionalist, so am I. We like motorsport history because we all grew up in it, and it's good that V8 Supercars are acknowledging all that history because, you know, Australia generally doesn't worry too much about its history in any sport, so I think it's awesome. You know, really, if you follow the American leads, the champions of the past are, you know, acknowledged, and you know, let's not forget Jack's dad. He won it heaps of times. He was a hard old bugger to beat up there, I tell you that.
It's a special race, a special event. Here's Russell Ingall on the enormity of the Bathurst 1000.
You can only go on by the input from the fans, you know, and everyone that I've spoken to. I think the campsites, all the campsites around Bathurst sold out in something like 13 minutes or something ridiculous like that. So, you know, going on that, it's going to be a huge crowd. I mean, 50 years, you know, it's a long time. A legendary race. So much history behind the race as well, and I think that's going to really come about this year. And we've got to think about it too. It's a time of change. You know, it's the last race for these current cars, you know, before we switch to car of the future. So this is the last time we're going to see our current car on this track. So, you know, there's a lot that's going to be going on, and a lot of drivers, I think, too, that are very keen to get up on that podium. Probably a lot that haven't been on that podium before. You know, I've been lucky enough to do it twice, and I'm itching to get number 3 up there as well. So, look, there's going to be so much going on. I think anyone that hasn't been to Bathurst, this is the year to go.
Russell Ingall there. Boys, JB, is it still the great race?
I think so. It's a great track. So, you know, the great track produces the great race, and as it's evolved and changed over the years with, you know, the introduction of ethanol and, you know, the tyre usage and the co-driver's role, it's all changed as sport always changes. But at the end of the day, it is a fantastic motor race, and it's 1,000 Ks around one of the most difficult circuits in the world, so it makes a good event. And
before I get to Perkins, is a Bathurst win worth more than the championship, or do you think it's gone full circle and the championship means more in this V8 Supercar era?
I think you're remembered more for the Bathurst wins, truly. I think the championship's harder to win because it's over a season and it combines lots of ingredients, but, you know, I think winning Bathurst puts you in some sort of, you know, elite group, and thank God I managed to do it. So So I'm very grateful for that.
Jack, you've been racing, been at this venue since you're in nappies. Do you dare to daydream about how big it would be for you and your family if you were able to win it?
Yeah, it's something that I've aspired since I was really quite young, and I would trade in anything for a Bathurst win. You know, I was able to watch the amount of effort that Dad put into it months before the event. We'd never see him at home. The build-up and everything was all about building the best engine, the best car, having the best setup to go to Bathurst and put your best foot forward and win on Sunday. I'm extremely humbled that I've been able to race there many times, sometimes in the famous 11 with Dad's team. This year with Gary Rogers, I know Gary puts a lot of emphasis in Bathurst. His team does a great job, and to be part of the 50th year, driving, it can't get much better than that, other than tasting the champagne Sunday would be brilliant.
JB, you're not old, but you have been retired a couple of years from the main game. Are you still a little bit envious? Would you like to be in Jack's shoes and have one last blast around Bathurst in a V8 supercar?
Honestly, the first couple of years that I was out of the V8 supercar driving world, because I've never been out of the world, I was really, you know, I struggled with it. I truly did. I don't want to do it now. I decided when I stopped racing V8 supercars I wouldn't be a co-driver, because I'm able, luckily, to race in other things, so I get my racing fix by racing other cars. If I could wind my Speedo back, if anyone knows where the Fountain of Youth is, I'd be there in a heartbeat though. I love it. I love the category, and I certainly love the racetrack. So yeah, and look, just to add to Jack's comment, he's 26, he's got plenty of time to win Bathurst, and I hope he does. I mean, I'd be doing handstands if he managed to win. I think the whole dynasty, you know, of sons of champion drivers coming through, I think is great. I really love it.
All right, boys, I want you to give me 2 contenders that will contend for the title and a wild card to keep an eye on for the big race.
Well, again, it's pretty hard to bet against the Vodafone guys. Craig Lowndes at Bathurst has proven nearly every year that he's got Whincups measure. And that's within the same team. The biggest one to watch out for is going to be this double stacking scenario, but look, to go past those 2 Vodafone cars is going to be pretty tough. I really like the FPR guys.
No, I only want 2 cars.
Okay, well, I've said number 1 and Triple Eight are the 2 cars I'm going to pick.
And a wild card?
A wild card. I'm going to say...
Surely he'll go for himself, JB.
I'm going to say the 33 Fujitsu Gary Rogers car.
All right, JB, your turn.
Well, wow. It's difficult, even though there aren't a massive lot of contenders for the win. There are a few. I personally, from my heart, would like to see Mark Winterbottom win it, because I think he's, you know, a champion driver, and he's probably been a bit unlucky sometimes, unlucky for his own reasons. He's got Stephen Richards with him, who is very experienced and a very good driver. So I think, you know, I'll pick them, and I'd pick Triple Eight.
Which Triple Eight car?
The Triple Eight car.
The Triple Eight and the wild card.
And the wild card, Jason Bright.
Okay.
A bit of you know, there's a bit of favouritism there, but not that I'm just favourite on Jason Bright, but I know his engineers well, and they're good blokes, and you know, it's just, I'd like to see Brad Jones win Bathurst, even though he could never do it as a driver.
You'll be pleased to know, JB, tomorrow on speedcafe.com we'll look in depth at Brad Jones racing, but there's just a brief preview of the Super Cheap Auto Bathurst 1000. We can't wait. It's the standout day for V8 supercars in this country. Stay tuned to speedcafe.com. Much more Crimsafe V8 Supercar Endurance Countdown coming your way this week. You can win a very rare piece of V8 supercar memorabilia. Collect Dick Johnson's Speedcafe Crimsafe ratings, and you can use those ratings to enter the draw to win a brand new 18-inch V8 supercar control wheel signed by Craig Lowndes. Make sure you keep logging on to speedcafe.com for more details on how you can win.
Watch me race, Grandpa.
Protecting the things you love is really important. That's why when it comes to security screens, ask for the real Crimsafe. Look out for the rock. If it's not Crimsafe...
It's not Crimsafe.